Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make an alarm for your fish house. You can usually do this for pretty cheap. I think this whole project is going to cost me under 50 bucks to make this whole alarm system. Due to the amount of fish houses that have been broken into in my area, I just thought I'd put this together so you guys can start making your own alarms, alarm up those fish houses, and fill the pants of anybody trying to bust into your fish house. What I'm going to use is a cheap alarm. Bought this thing for less than 30 bucks off of eBay. I'm going to put it in a tactical ammo box, and I am going to hook it up to a motion sensor. You can use door sensors, whatever you want, but this... Alright, so let's get started. I already opened this up, so put this all together. Drilled a hole in my tactical box here for the alarm. Inside here, yours is going to come up in better shape. Because I already took all these wires out. Get a control module. This is a anti-vibration, so if somebody tries to hook up to your fish house or trailer, whatever you're putting this on, the alarm will go off. I'm not going to put that on. Got a little LED blinking light so you know it's armed. Here's a little switch. I believe that's just to turn it off if you don't have a key fob. It comes with key fobs. Little door switch. I'm not going to use that. I can. Alright, so here I've got the siren mounted up in my box. The photocell for motion detection, LED light, and the switch. They all come into this little box just for my display. So let's start with these wiring harnesses. We got this one here. It's got all kinds of stuff on it, but the only one I'm keeping is this green one and this light brown one. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff is just excess. In fact, this brown one is way too long too, so I'm just going to cut these things off and get rid of them because they're doing... Got those wires cut off. I plugged in the wire harnesses here. Got my green and my brown, keeping that one. Cut off this yellow one to this other main power harness. I already plugged that in. This white wire is for your lights, so those will flash. You want to hook those up to your clearance lights, then at night your fish house is going to blink across the lake. Everybody's going to hear it and see it. Then you got your main two power lines. Plugged in the LED light and the power switch. This other wire right here is going to be for your key fobs. What I did with this photocell is they sent along this adapter. I just hooked up a little pigtail for positive and negative because all this stuff has to wire together. And I'm going to reach back here, grab my other main wires here, and I'm going to hook up all of these. There's only 3 negatives. Got the car horn, siren horn I mean. Main one coming in. Alright, let's see. This size will probably do it. You know, I would solder all this stuff in here, but this is just going to be for a test display thing in case somebody wants to see how this stuff works. I'm going to show this to a couple manufacturers. Not like I'm going to sell it to them. They can build this stuff for themselves. Alright, now I need these two positives together. That's power into the photocell and power into the main. And that one's right here. Oh, I forgot the main wire harness. I'd have to go with bigger. That put on here. Take off this one. I forgot one ground. Gotta get that bad boy on here. Alright. Yep, gonna need a little bit bigger wire nut. Not my finest hour with this stuff. I usually do a lot better job. But for this video, I want to get it done. Now I got to hook the positive horn up to this light brown one. It's one of these little guys here. This green one goes to the photo switch out, which is this side here. Now it did come with an adapter, and normally I would hook that up, but this adapter is junk. It doesn't work. Tested it out. So seeing how I don't need that, I'm just going to cut that and go right to the negative on this, which I believe is this one right here. If not, the alarm's just going to go off right away. Oh, backwoods wire nuts. I would never do this for anything other than a display. That's it, man. All I should have out of the back of this thing, positive, negative, and your lights. I can stop right now, hook up my battery, and show you how this works. Okay, so I set up my positive and negative, and I also hooked up this little test light to show you the lights. If you hook it up to your clearance lights, it's going to flash, and you'll be able to tell if you're arming or disarming, and you'll also see the lights going off when your alarm goes off. So I am going to arm it right now. I got to step off to the side because this photo cell, I have it set on it pretty sensitive. You can adjust yours to however you want it when you're setting up your system. Okay, so it blinks once that it's ready to go. Now if I just put my hand in front of that photo sensor, now can you imagine? Oh wow, I better disarm that. It gets me every time too. So if you can imagine putting this out on the lake, you can add more sirens as you would like. It's pretty loud. It should grab the attention of anybody on the lake. I would tell people, if you're by shore someplace, knock on the doors, tell them if they hear that siren to call the cops. But otherwise, even if you tell people on the lake, everybody lives as a community out there, so if somebody hears it going off, you know, go check it out. You hear something like this going off on the lake, go see what's going down. Maybe it'll save somebody's gear, fish house, and maybe they'll do the same for you. I'll put the links for this alarm system, the photo sensor, in the comments so you can go order your own. Very simple to set up, just follow those instructions. You can vary off of it if you want to put a door sensor on there or more photo sensors. You just have to put them in series. That's it. Alright, so here I've got the siren mounted up in my box, the photo cell for motion detection, LED light, and the switch. They all come into this little box just for my display. So let's start with these wiring harnesses. We got this one here, it's got all kinds of stuff on it, but the only one I'm keeping is this green one and this light brown one. Otherwise, the rest of the stuff is just excess. In fact, this brown one is way too long too. So I'm just going to cut these things off and get rid of them because they're doing